Okay, now I'm going to do the same on the other side of this ridge. Boy, I hope you guys are able to see this stuff. This ridge right here, I'm going to do the same thing. As I did on the other side. Now you'll notice there's no socket. The hind quarters have a socket on them, a ball socket, and that kind of protects them. But so when a deer splays out on the ice, it can rip the stuff under here and literally cripple that deer. That's why I like to watch the videos of people helping deer and stuff and wild animals off the ice, because it's really dangerous for them, for the deer. And moose, I don't know if a moose has a ball joint there or not. I just wanted to get some of this taken back and away. Now I'm just going to try to follow the natural seams. And you can't follow all the natural seams. You just can't do it, I don't believe. There's a piece of meat to clean up. That, you can cut that into the thin steaks. If you like fried medallion steaks in onions, if you like country fried steaks, you know, that's for you. Now, it never ceases to amaze me the damage. I mean, this deer dropped where it stood when I shot it. It never took another step. And that is because of that little 30-06 round. Well, little, I guess, I don't know. Did so much damage. And see, this is bruised meat. If I can't get that, I gotta at least get the black off there. That black is blood stain. But see, now, underneath all that I just did, there is more silver skin, which separates the cuts of meat. Try to get as thin as I can. I turn my blade up so it's scraping the silver skin and not the meat. And there's this, I don't know if this is actually part of the silver skin or not. See, I'm kind of between two layers of silver skin there. Right here's a separation in the meat. You can stick your finger right in there and run it right across. Let's see here. And guys, I am not a professional butcher. My dad taught me to do this around the kitchen table by watching him. He didn't, it wasn't a, all right, son, this is how you do this, this is how you do this. That's how I learned. Is just by watching him as I was removing silver skin, you know, doing stuff like that. So guys, you're going to have people say, hey, that's not how that's done. And you know what? You might be right. This is one way to do it. How do I know? Because I'm doing it. I have not butchered a deer, I'm going to say, in 6 years. Because when we moved up here, I hunted, but I didn't get anything. And then I just stopped hunting because Wendy would get sick. Or Wendy was, she had cancer and we didn't know it. But, you know, things prevented me from getting hunting. And then I got lazy. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing here. Just push back with the knife. Now my knife, because I'm cutting along the bone and stuff, it gets dull. I sharpened it, so anybody that knows me will know it's probably not the sharpest knife in the world anyway. See, there's a little tendon in here. That little string is a tendon. But that is going to make some nice jerky. Man, that's some tendons. Okay, let's just cut this right off the bone. And this really works the hands out because you got to pinch because it's so slippery. Pinch for grip. Intricacy of God's creation, man. Muscles, tendons, sinew, which is tendons, pretty much, I believe. It's a shame that I couldn't show the skinning and removing of this beautiful meat from the carcass, because there's a lot to learn there. There's a lot that can be taught. Now, as you get down into this stuff, the smaller stuff, I know I'm going to get letters. The shin, I don't keep that. I'll show you why. You can, I have. In fact, I might keep one just so I can show you. Ow. I hope this helps somebody. Okay. Now let me show you what I was talking about. Here's the hamstring. What was it that they make? If you take embrace, I think they call it, the shin bone, you can make casabuco or something. Now I am just going to cut down through this. Okay. This is a flat piece of meat rolled in sinew. See that white piece, that white string right there? It's going all the way through the meat. Let's see if this will do me any better. See if I can get under there. See, it is going to be impossible to separate the sinew from that. Because it runs right through it, but I'm going to try to flay it off maybe? I mean, that would work for burger. It might work for see that tendon right there that goes through there? I got to get rid of that. That will taste soapy in jerky. Sharp knives are the key. You see, this is all silver skin, and that is so thin. My camera just shut off on me, and I'm thinking for some reason, I don't know why. So I got this beautiful piece of meat. I mixed up my jerky mixture. I am going to literally cut. The grain of this runs this way. Get that off there. I'm just going to start. That's way too thin. It says 3/8 of an inch. There's a piece of this side of it. Get rid of that little piece of tendon there. Okay, so now I see there's a tendon going through there. Kind of remember that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. Again, this is jerky. I'm just cutting it away from the tendon. Hopefully you guys can see that tendon there. And then I'm just cutting strips of meat with the grain. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Get that big tendon right out of there. See, that's a tendon. That will taste soapy. Get this out. Now, this is very important, once you dehydrate the jerky, don't put anything else on it. Like more marinade or anything like that, because the dryness of the dehydrated meat is what keeps it from molding. So if you put anything with moisture on it after it's been dehydrated, it's no longer dehydrated. And any tallow, fat, or anything of the like will turn rancid on you. And again, I'm just cutting along. The natural seam of the meat. Trying to anyway. Hey y'all, welcome back to the homestead. This morning I am going to be finishing the jerky. I checked it last night before I went to bed and it was nowhere near done. I did cut some really thick pieces. I like my jerky to be no doubt that it's dry. And it's 7:30 in the morning now. I put it in at 3 o'clock. 3 to 3 is 12. Add 16 hours in the stove. Now, my stove was reading 127 with nothing in it, but then once I put the jerky racks in it, it was reading lower than that. Let's see what it's reading now. $118. Okay, and they say 120. Let's see what we got here, shall we? Oh, it smells awfully good. Now I have a propane stove. So what that means is I have a pilot light down there all the time. That's why my temperature stays up there in there. Let's see, find a small piece. Oh yes. It's a little bit bendy. Oh, that is heaven. Some of the thick pieces I might decide to take, yeah, like this piece here. I'm going to take a bunch of the thin pieces off. I have some more to go on. Right now, I think I'm just going to put them in a gallon Ziploc bag. You guys ever notice when you're looking for a gallon Ziploc bag, you always grab the quarts, and when you're looking for a quart Ziploc bag, you always grab the gallons? Now, I don't know, man, these should, see that's a perfect piece to me. I am going to be vacuum sealing these this morning. Man, see, I'm still chewing on that one little piece. It is the ultimate snack. Now the book says once it, you know, turns black, and you only need about 8 hours. I'm going to give it a little longer than that. Cut it a little thick, Tracy. What I'll do is I'll flip all these over. I think today I will go out and get another dehydrator. It is so much easier. Wow, that's got a lot of moisture in it. Yeah, I cut it way too thick. Guys, 3/8 of an inch, I wouldn't go more than 1/8 of an inch if you're using your oven. And remember, I didn't hang these. You're supposed to hang them with toothpicks for this recipe in the oven. I've never done this in the oven before. I've always had the dehydrator. See that piece? That piece is good. Moved it up to the top. Alright guys, it's a waiting game. This is good jerky. But out of all that I did, 11 pounds of jerky, I gotta get me another dehydrator. I had some problems with my dehydrator. I pulled it off the shelf and the wire turned, the insulation around the wire turned to goo. I don't know what happened to that. Never seen anything like it. It is about 25 years old. Okay, I have venison jerky in the oven that has been on since 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon in the oven because I used the racks from my dehydrator, my 20 or 30 year old dehydrator, in the oven. And you're supposed to hang them, okay? But this is why. There was a bunch of goo on the cord, and you can see it on the live stream that I did, and I went to wipe the goo away with a paper towel, and it wiped the insulation right off my cord. So I got 2 bare wires. Now, black tape would fix it, and I did find the culprit. Nothing against this company. They did nothing wrong. But see how rusty that is right there? Somewhere along the line we had a blowout. This emptied out on top of the cabinet where this was stored, and this got in it. But it's like 30 years old, and guys, I got to tell you the truth. Doing this stuff in the oven is just, I'm sorry, but I was at 16 hours at 7:30, or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm at 17 hours. And the jerky is, well, let's see. Still squishy and cool inside. Some of it might be good. This might be good yet. I mean, it's all gonna be good. I'm just gonna leave it on in the oven with the pilot light on the oven. Throw that away. But I can't be without a dehydrator. I use that dehydrator for all sorts of stuff. My herbs, lemon balm, comfrey, all of my apothecary stuff. So I did a thing. Hey guys, as always, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I come out with new content. Guys, check out the website, tham141homestead.com. I have all sorts of merch. I have all sorts of stuff I use on my off-grid homestead here. So check that out. I'm sure you're going to find something you like, and Christmas is around the corner. Alright guys, YouTube has a video down here that they say you're going to like because of what you watched before, and I have a playlist up here all about cooking and off-grid living and food. Alright, y'all have a great day, and God bless.